I have here a tray, just an ordinary metal tray, and a little box of different objects and things. And here are a few ideas of things you can do with your toddler for some pre-writing exercises and fun. So this is what I do. Here are just a few ideas, but I'm sure you can think of many more. For example, I have here some little pebbles. So I prepare my board, I prepare my child's board with the pebbles nicely laid out like this, all on one side. And what they have to do, I tell them, look, see all the little rocks? You can count them together, you feel them together, and your child has to move them to the other side of the board. So he starts with the top one. Now this is good for learning vocabulary top, or you can learn left, right, left, right. Now if they use their right hand, and they can even slide their rock, the little pebble, to the other side. They're still learning coordination with their pencils, but this is a very good exercise for them. Just as if they would be drawing lines with a pencil, they have to hold the little pebble really tightly and in place and make a really nice straight line left to right. And they do it with all their little pebbles. You can even do, instead of making straight lines, you tell them, okay, now we're going to make zigzag, 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 all the way to the end of the board. Now we're going to make little mountains. One mountain, two mountains, three mountains, four mountains, all the way to the other side. And our last one, we can even make little waves. Yeah, you see what their level is at. But anyway, that's one little idea that we do with our pebbles. Okay, then we make sure that we put them all away. This is also teaching them faithfulness, stewardship. And then I pick something else. Okay, for example, I'm going to pick these I'll pick just a few. Some nice colorful ones here. And I prepare the board like this. Now this is just an example. You can do it however you like. It's just... Okay, we have straight lines. Okay, it's like this. Now, my little girl, she sees the lines, the vertical lines. The lines going down, down, down. So we write them together with our little fingers. Down, down. Now we're going to turn them, and you're going to turn it. So she has to hold on to her little fingers, and she has to make it go across, across, across. So she takes her little fingers and pinchers. This is very good for her little fingers and coordination and writing practice. And she made her lines go across, across. So you can learn the vocabulary words. Up and down, across, laying down, vertical, horizontal. Anyway, so that's what we do with our little lines, our little, these are just little pipe cleaner sticks that I've cut into fours. And then, okay, another one, for example, we'll use little triangles. I don't use all these objects, but it's just variety. Sometimes I use one, and another day I use another one. Okay, we have little triangles, and we're putting them like this. You can learn your shape, you can learn your colors while you're doing it, while you're preparing the board and talking to your child. I start with just a few, like 4, for example. Put the others back. And she has to take it and turn it upside down. Upside down. Triangle is not really the best one for this because it's got points on each side. 3 different points. But it's good enough even just to turn it once. This is again good for her little motor skills and her little fingers. Maybe an easier shape would be the heart. We have them right side up. this on our board, and she has to turn it upside down, upside down, upside down. Or I may have them all prepared and lined up upside down, and she has to turn them right side up. So you're teaching her what different positions of different shapes, and you're also teaching her little motor skills to use her fingers. I may also tell her, okay, get me 3 circles. So she finds the circles. 1. She gets 3 circles from our box, our container. 1, 2, 3. Usually we have just one thing going at a time, otherwise it's a little bit too much and it gets confusing. So make sure that you stick with one thing on your board. 3 circles, and then I tell her, can you put a bell on top of each circle? So she gets the bells. 1 on top of the circle. 2 top of the circle. 3 goes on top of the circle. Now this is good for learning to read. You give her instructions and she has to do exactly what you say. So be very clear in your instructions. Now, you can do this with anything. You can have a little bowl of beans or noodles, and she has to put the noodles, you can say, put the noodles on top of the spoons, and you have like 3 or 4 spoons laid out. She has to put the noodle on top of the spoon. Or put the beans in the cup. Anyway, so as you can see, you can use any little objects that you have in your kitchen, or you can use little toys. I'm sure you have little tea set dishes and tea set foods you can use. You can use little flowers, shapes. You can even cut up your own shapes. Here we have little feathers, pipe cleaner sticks, more little foam shapes. We have coins, fruits. So this is a fun little game for your child and very educative as well.